in my nice warm fluffy blanket that I got last Christmas because it is cold. It is so cold. Very, very, very cold. And I also think I have a cold. So yes, I've tracked it out and I've checked it out and it does seem to be just a cold. I wasn't going to do this because my throat is quite sore, but I am going to carry on like a trooper until my throat gives out, which is probably not going to be very long. But hello, and nice to see you again. I can't see you really, but I can pretend to see you. You can see me. I probably look ill because I am, and that's yeah. But I've got a week off, so I can get over it in peace and have a nice long lie-in tomorrow morning. Sleep in until like 8 o'clock or something really extreme like that. Hello, two people. Hello. Hiya, Philip. Yes, so my throat is going, my throat is there, my voice is going, my throat is staying where it is, as far as I know. But so I don't know how long. Oh, I'm gonna sound like John Hurt. Yes. Hello, I'm the doctor. Yes. Uh, I'm gonna sing with my croaky voice. That's what I'll do. And somebody said I should be strumming up and down. It's like I'll do what I want. Thank you very much. Oops, that's it. It's just oh, that's just my hand in the way. Just so you can see, there's puppets in the background, creepy puppets. But yeah, don't push it too hard just for YouTube. Yeah, well, I've got a week to get over it, so I'm gonna try. Maybe I can't even play guitar. I'm no good, and that is the point. So when people saying you're not strumming properly, they seem to misunderstand what I'm doing with this, because I can't play guitar and I'm making an effort to sound really good when I know that I don't. So yeah, I'm not going to push it. Not very hard, not very soft, because I can't play the guitar. And I think that you can tell that, and everybody keeps saying that, and it says that no people are watching. And I hope that's not true, because I can see that you are here for me, even though it says nobody is here for me, which is just typical, really. It's lying to me. It's pretending that there's nobody here to see. Maybe my voice is gonna go if I go too high, if I go too low, if I go too high, if I go too low. Ah! Maybe I shouldn't push it. Probably shouldn't. I think it might be wise to stop. Yes. Yeah, maybe I will stop. It's already made my voice. Yes. Sexy like John Hurt. And then an alien will come out of my stomach. Blah. Yes, this is an alien. Yeah. So, yeah, no, I'm not going to probably stay here for more than about 15 minutes because I need to have. I was just before this having a little sleep on the sofa going, oh, how am I going to do this live stream? Is it worth it? Probably not. But yes, I mustn't let the people down. Philip and other people. Who else usually comes here? Whoever's here. Is there anybody here? Is there anybody here? It's like doing a seance, isn't it? Try to contact. You are still alive, I'm hoping. Am I? Hopefully I am. I don't know, because this week has been a challenge. Oh, good. I'm glad you're still here. This week has been a challenge because people are dropping like flies down and down, and there's this one person, a small person of the child version of the person, that said that he had got a strange day, that he had been, and everyone around him was, you know what I'm talking about. Everyone around him had it, and he said he had, and he had all the symptoms of it, and I was very close because I was covering for other people that were away because of it, which I didn't know because nobody tells you. You take your life in your hands. And he said that his dad wouldn't let him stay home. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, sneezy coffee everywhere. And I thought, great, that's not gonna do well for me. Anyway, I think he might have been Anyway, I don't know what's happening. It's probably nothing. It's probably just a very mild cold. I'm hoping it is anyway. But you know, who knows? So it's been a week. Oh look, I found this. It's like in Red Dwarf, the tension sheet. Tension sheet. Probably what I need. A big tension sheet. Paint it red, and I've got a Red Dwarf tension sheet. Well, that was fun. Didn't help my throat. These things here, because I have got all the boxes. I don't think that's going to work quite as well. Nah, that's not going to work. Nah, it just sort of, it's sort of squeezy. Ooh, it does work. Oh, whoa. That's not quite satisfying. That's just scary. Yeah, I'm just like looking at things around here. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to last much longer here. The whole row went, exactly. It just went flip, flip, because they're sort of joined up. It's just joined up there. Just so if one goes, the whole thing goes. Wah! Like a balloon. So that's that. So, oh, just like things in this room. This room is a tip. Look what I just found. It's a Gavin and Stacey tea cloth from Barry Island. Whoa! Which my mum bought me for some reason when we went to Barry Island. She thought I'd like it. She thought it was funny. Yeah. It's a very bad tension sheet, yeah. Sweet! So, Gavin and Stacey. Lush. Yeah, so, yeah, I got that from the actual Barry Island. You can see the video if you look where I got it. Hi. Georgia, the ghost hunter. Hello, Bohem as well. And Philip, I've said hello to Philip. So there's 3 people here, and yet YouTube says no people here. So I don't know what's going on there. So, yeah. One day you should go to Barry Island. Barry Island when I was a child. Oh, we used to go there all the time. And the sand would be so hot. It would burn your feet. It was so hot. It was amazing. And you could, there'd be so many people there, and you'd have to walk around them. And it's got rock pools, and it used to have a Butlins, Barry Butlins, but that shut down. I think there's a housing estate where that is then. Now, that's not there anymore. I was going to say that it had a sort of overhead cable to get to the coast, but now I remember that was Pwllheli Butlins. It had like a cable car, a Pwllheli. I don't know where the Pwllheli Butlins. Pwllheli Butlins is very near Portmeirion, where The Prisoner, if you've ever seen The Prisoner was filmed. So that was interesting. Why isn't it Barry Island? Why isn't what Barry Island? Barry Island is used to be an island, but they joined it up at some point quite a long time ago. But Barry Island is not an island anymore. It's more a sort of, I think that you drive across a road, and it's sort of filled it in with silt or something. Don't know whether they did it deliberately or whether it just did it on its own. So it's not an island anymore. But yeah, there's not a lot to do anymore in Barry Island. Barry Island. But it used to be there was a log flume that was really exciting. You pretend, and it would just be like a jungle adventure, and you go through. The jungle adventure was before the log flume. The jungle adventure it just had like a little. It was just ridiculous, really. It was like pretend tigers and it's like, oh no, and it had like a little voiceover saying, beware of the piranha fish, and then the water would go all swishy. That went, and then there was a log flume in this place, and I'm not sure what's there now. But I do remember one time I went to Barry Island with just before my exams. And I was there with my cousin, who was little. He's now very big. I haven't seen him for many years, but he's like 6'2" now. But he was tiny at the time. And we went on one of those twirly things, like there's sort of things that are like cars in them, and they go round and round. And he was on one side and I was on the other side. And because there was a big gap between us, every time we went round, he would swoosh round and jam into me, and I would buff it against the side. So I was screaming and trying to get out because I was in so much pain. It was really, my whole thigh was just completely getting really, really hurting. And I was like, ah, and we were the only people on it. And I was like, no. And the person that was running it, I could see me, and he made it faster, and it was horrible. Hello, Richard in the red. Yes. Barry Island, Butlins. Yes, it was fun. Butlins was fun. But yeah, we went to anyway. I had a massive bruise for my exam, and I was so sad, and I was crying about it, and my parents were like, "Oh, shut up! Don't make such a fuss." And it was horrible. It was just inflamed. So, and I was the most aggrieved because it felt like I was dying, and they were like, "Stop making such a fuss." It's like I wasn't trying to make such a fuss. Sorry, I've got hair in my mouth. That's the trouble when your hair's flopping about. Somebody said, you're messing with your hair. It's like, because it's in my way. It's in my way. But yeah, Barry Island, Butlins, stayed there twice. Only stayed when you could go in there on a sort of day pass and go and see their pool and stuff. But only stayed there twice. Once I'd gone on a school trip to Austria, and my parents had gone to Butlins with my brother, and I came back and I went there for the last day. So after Austria, I went to Barry Island. A little bit of a step down, really, you would think. But another time before that, actually, there was a sort of Prince of Wales. Yeah, Prince of what's his name? Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. We did a Duke of Edinburgh Awards, but it was like a junior Duke of Edinburgh Awards. So we do lots of sort of it was a pentathlon award. So we stayed there for the week, and we had all sorts of indoor, outdoor events. And we had to do them, and I got a bronze because I didn't do all of them because I wouldn't do the what's it called when you go down a wall. I know what it's called. It's got a stupid name. And when you go down a wall with a rope, it's at the tip of my head, because I got a pointy head. But I wouldn't do that. Port Marion is unique, yes. I have been Port Marion when we went to Betheli. I've only been to one. Abseiling, that's it. Abseiling, exactly. It was like I know what it is, but I blocked it out because of the trauma of. I really wanted to do it, but I was like, nah, not for me. And I was like, oh, somebody else. It's like when you go into a school disco and you're like, I'm gonna just stand on the side. I don't want to dance, and you're begging in your head that somebody comes to save you and dance with you, and then they don't. Good evening, Terry. Good evening. And they don't. And then you're just stuck, and you're like, oh, and I didn't dance for the whole of the school disco. And you're like, oh, and I'll have my first kiss at my school disco, and I'm going to wait, and Tim Williams is going to see me, and he will. I'll have my first kiss with Tim Williams. And then you see it, and the light comes up, and he's snogging somebody else, a very blonde girl, and you're like, no, I missed my chance. But to be honest, I don't think I ever had a chance with Tim Williams. I had a crush on him for several years, probably 3 or 4 or 4 or 5, from about, because I sat behind him in Latin, or in front of him in Latin. I sat near him in Latin. We did Latin at my school. It wasn't a posh school. I'm not sure. I think they got rid of it after the Latin teacher retired. Tim Williams. I had such a crush. He used to lend me video games, and I used to lend him video games back in the day. And we were like, yeah, video. So it was more of a sort of friend. It was really a sort of blokey friendship in a way. But it was like I was one of the lads, I was one of the boys. So I never really, although I don't know, because one of the other people that I had a crush on he is married with kids, married to a man with kids. So to be honest, the fact that we were all blokey relationships probably wouldn't, but I was. Anyway, it was an interesting, I had crushes all the time, but I used to hang out with all the boys rather than anyone else, really. Anyway, good times. I'm just reminiscing about past times. I hope this isn't like my life flashing before me. This is just a mild cold. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yes. So, this is reminiscing about the past. 101. Yeah. I'm probably not going to speak for much longer because my voice is going to go. But thank you for my 3 thumbs up anyway. I'll probably do about 5 minutes talk. I'll be fine. Yeah, talk through it. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'm sure I will be. Like I said, I've got a week off, so I can just have a nice rest. And I'm eating the wheat this week. I usually don't eat the wheat, but I'm like, pa. I had vouchers that I got for Christmas for John Lewis, and I was like, well, I don't want anything from John Lewis, so I'll get Waitrose food. And I just thought, blah, I'm gonna get some bread, blah. Throw caution to the wind. So probably that isn't gonna help me because I'm not really good with wheat. But I'm like, I've got a week off, and if I'm gonna feel ill anyway, I may as well feel, because that's it. If you don't feel very well anyway, like if I've got a headache or I'm not feeling very well and I'm feeling down, I'm like, well, I may as well eat the wheat now because I already feel bad, and the wheat's quite nice. I like a bit of toast every now and then. And it's very expensive to get gluten-free toast. But it's not the same. Not the same. So I've got the everyday bread from Waitrose, which is more expensive than the bargain bread anywhere else, but better. To be honest, it's nice solid bread. Nice solid bread. Yeah, I'm now eating my own hair. Protein. Yeah, hair. Can you make bread out of hair? I don't think you'd want to, really, but I suppose it's possible if you're desperate, if it all gets too much, because who knows what's going to happen. The world today, who knows what's going to happen. Apparently on Wednesday it's all going to kick off, so let's hope it doesn't. And if it does, then we're all safe and everybody's and nothing, and it gets solved. Oh, it's all a bit much, isn't it? Yeah, the way of the world. I'm not going to say what's happening on Wednesday. You'll just discover for yourself, clearly in good time. But it's been a week, it's been a month, it's been a year, and like people are going, oh, everything's opened up, everything's going back. Like somebody on Facebook today said, oh, comedians are going, oh, I've just done my first gig of the year, and it's February. Like, don't even book them because they're so useless that they've only just got their first gig of the year. It's like, have they not noticed what's going on in the world? I think it's too soon, to be honest. Too soon. 2 years. I haven't done a live gig. Barely even gone out of the house except to visit my parents every now and then and go to work. Apart from that, the one time that I visited an actual friend and we had some sushi, I fell over and hurt my ankle. It's not safe out there. That's really nothing to do with the situation in the world. That's just my own silliness for being distracted and falling off a pavement, which is a ridiculous thing to do, a ridiculous injury. I probably deserve a Darwin Award, except I am still alive, so I'd be there in person to collect it. Yay. Talking of Darwin Awards, did you know there's like a film on Amazon that's a fictionalized version of that? And I sort of vaguely remember it. It's from like 2009. Vaguely remember it coming out, but never saw it. So that's on my to watch list because I'm paying for Amazon and I'm not using it. It's ridiculous. I watched a film today on Amazon because I thought I better just put things that I can watch, because what am I paying for? It was called 7 Steps to Achieve Bliss. Something stosh. Something like that. It had some people in it. It had lots of people in it. It's like, that person out of, that thing. I recognise them. Also, everybody's in it. Everybody American is in it, and some people from New Zealand as well. A lot of people in it. A lot of people that you're like, Dan Harmon, who created Community, and there's lots of people whose names I can't pronounce, and I'm not even going to try, because and people that I like, I know the name, I know the face. Yeah, there's lots of people in it, basically. So watch that. It's weird. Apparently, it's a comedy horror, and apparently it was originally an actual horror, and then they realised it was ridiculous, and they turned it into a comedy horror. But I was struggling to think, how could this actually be a horror, really? But also, something that I started watching is the long titles. I've watched things with long titles that I can't remember. The Woman Across the Street from the Girl in the Window, is that what it's called? I've started watching that on Netflix because I thought that my flatmate was going to watch it, and he did watch it without telling me. So I was like, no, I have to watch it on my own. So I've watched a couple of episodes of that today, which is another thing. It's like, is this supposed to be a comedy? I know it's under comedy, and it's ridiculous, and some of the things are silly, but it's not quite enough of a comedy to be a comedy, and it's not quite enough of a drama to be a drama. So I'm like wondering how they pitched it, because it's not quite one or the other. It's a more of a pet, you know, that's what it's. Yes, What We Do in the Shadows, he's in that, one of the people is in that, and there's the person that's in Thingy and Oates, but I think it's not Oates, and there's a guy that I recognise vaguely, and there's somebody that was in Arrested Development, and there's Mark McKinney, somebody from Kids in the Hall is in it, but who my flatmate was like, oh, he was in Kids in the Hall. I was wondering what he was from, because you recognise him from Superstore, and he didn't. We used to watch Superstore, and I knew from the start that Mark McKinney in Superstore was the same person that was in Kids in the Hall, but he didn't realise until today that Mark McKinney from Superstore is the same person from Kids in the Hall. After watching it today and going, who's that person? Do I recognise them? It was like, okay, fair enough. You know, I can't remember anybody's name, so that's fair enough. There's loads of people in it, loads of people, people all over the place. Yeah, and things that I'm looking forward to soon that are not coming quick enough are the Umbrella Academy, which back at the beginning of January said, oh, it's coming sooner than you think. So I thought it was coming in a day. So it is not coming sooner than I think, because what I thought was it was coming immediately, and it's not there yet. So Umbrella Academy should come soon. And also, I saw a tweet about Russian Doll, which I immediately thought, oh, is that back on Netflix? And I checked, and it's not. So it's like, don't tease me with these things. Just put them up straight away. No. Not enough entertainment at the moment. Not enough entertainment. I have to go trawling through silly films that make no sense, like 7 Steps to Something, Achieving Something Bliss, if you something stosh. Yeah. The Bath Drawers. Oh, I've watched almost all of Toast of Tinseltown. I watched all but the last episode because I was like, no. Oh, I did watch the last episode. No, sorry, I thought I left the last episode because I thought this is going to end badly, and I don't think I can stand the emotional strain. I did see it in the end, so I have seen that. I've seen all of it. I thought I hadn't seen the last episode, but now I'm like, oh yes, I remember the last scene. That's definitely the end of that. So, unless it's not, obviously. So I have seen that, and I have seen What We Do in the Shadows, all of it, and I've seen all the stuff. I've seen all the stuff that's worth seeing. But I don't know Bohemian because it was a cliffhanger. Who knows what happened in the end? It wasn't on the end of a cliff, not like The Young Ones, which did end at the bottom. There's this, I think it's like 40 years since The Young Ones, or is it 40 years? My gosh. It is, it's like 40 years since The Young Ones was on. Oh, that's a long time. So that's not really a spoiler that they end up at the bottom of a cliff. If it is, sorry, if you're going to see it, it's not really spoiling it, you can still watch it. What do I think of the editing in What We Do in the Shadows? What, the film or the TV show? The editing? Yes, Cliff. Exactly, Cliff. Exactly. Cliff. Yes. The Young Ones. Anyway. I should probably stop talking now, because I don't think I'm going to last much longer. But I will hopefully be all recovered by next week. And I have to go back to work the very next day, so I'll be like, no. And I keep promising other videos and I keep not delivering. So I best not promise really, but who knows what's going to happen. Who even knows? But I am looking forward to all the stuff that's going to be on. The media. The film editing in, yes, it was fantastic, but the thing is with editing in films is if it's really good, you don't notice it. You only really notice it if it's terrible and all over the place. If the editing in something, it's one of those things, if you've done it properly, you won't notice. Very much like dealing with a terrible crisis in the world. I think I had a conversation with Philip about this, about the millennium bug, and very much so same thing's happening now. That if you've done it properly, you'll think that nothing's happened. You'll think that everything's fine. You'll be like, if you've done it badly, that's when you notice. That's when you notice. So, yeah. Anyway. Let's to looking like we've not done anything. That's the way to be, really. Looking like you're not doing anything. Very much like I think that the old phrase about the swan doing all the stuff underneath and just gliding on the top, gliding as if nothing's happening, just paddling away underneath. If you're looking calm and unflappable, you're probably not really underneath. If you're looking flapped, then probably something's gone wrong. If you can see you're making an effort, yeah, something's gone wrong. If it looks effortless, then that's, everyone's just going to, so easy for them. So they're not putting any effort at all in it. When in actual fact, that's when you're doing all the work. Anyway, clearly, there's no effort put into this because it's a complete and total mess and it looks that way. So you can be rest assured that this is a slapdash affair with all the seams showing. Anyway, I'll go now on that bombshell. I will see you very soon. Have a lovely week. I'm hoping to have a lovely week. A lovely week of just eating toast and sleeping in until 8 o'clock. Oh, the luxury. So thank you very much, Boheme. Thank you very much, Philip. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. And I'll see you soon.